Rigetti Computing. This is a quantum computing stock. And when you look at these fundamentals, and I did look at Rigetti, I'm going to say 2 weeks ago on a live stream, and the fundamentals just looked terrible, but the stock just really was going crazy. Not too long ago, just 2 months ago, this stock was priced at $1.31 per share. And very quickly, with everybody going crazy about quantum computing, it went up to $20. Wow, it's such a winner. Now, when we look at these fundamentals, what was kind of crazy was this company currently, at its current stock price, has a market cap of $2.8 billion. $2.8 billion. And, it's 10 times, I guess I should say about 8 times its stock price of 2 months ago. So really, this stock was about a $400 million market cap stock, and very quickly became a $2.8 billion market cap stock. That's not even the high. The high was $20 per share, which is really incredible. This stock got up to $5 billion in market cap. Because when you look at their financials, their total revenue for fiscal year 2023 was $12 million. That is incredible that a company that generates $12 million of total revenue gets valued that expensively. In addition to generating just $12 million, they lose a lot of money. Net income losses in the full year of 2023, they lost $75 million. The gross margins are, I guess, fairly decent when you consider it's 76%, but it's just $12 million. It's very hard to, pay for anything when you're not generating that type of or very high revenue. And cash flow doesn't exist. So these fundamentals look really ridiculous. And investors are really flocking into it with the whole story around quantum computing. And Google did have an announcement that they've made a breakthrough, but by no means did they say, hey, we're going to release quantum computers in a year or 2 or 5 years. And it was incredible to see this stock do what it did. And in my opinion, back when I saw it, the balance sheet didn't look very good. And I thought that, companies like these could lose or can run out of cash. In this case here, this company has $22 million of debt, and they have $92 million of cash. Not a big problem. But when I look at their financials, look at how much cash they're burning, their free cash flow is actually negative. So they're burning pretty much about $60 million a year of free cash flow. So they have about a year, maybe a year and a half of cash available to them, unless they issued out a bunch of shares as their stock price has risen. The long and the short of it is the fundamentals look really, really risky. There's 5 analysts that cover this stock, and they're mixed. But none of them have the stock priced at $20 per share. The worst analysis is a stock price target of $2 a share. So even analysts are really, unfavorable on this stock. Probably the most optimistic one was at $12 a share. So what happened to this stock today is the CEO of NVIDIA on stage in the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas was asked about quantum computing and how NVIDIA is involved in quantum computing. And addressing the question, he talked about how he felt that quantum computing was really about 20 years away. And that timeline just really shocked, I guess, investors who are looking at this stock going, these guys are losing a lot of money. They probably have about 2 years max of cash on the balance sheet before things get really, really tight and like they would seize operations potentially. So that really sent this stock down 45% in one day. What's it going to do, over, the next couple of weeks? I have to think this is just going to continue to fall because the fundamentals I just showed you and took you through really difficult fundamentals to accept. And you have what is one of the most brilliant people, frankly, in the industry, the CEO of NVIDIA, saying, hey, it's going to take a long time to get quantum computing. And even if he's wrong, and maybe it only takes 10 years, it's still 10 years. Is Rigetti going to be able to hang in there for 10 years, be able to create some revenues and cash flows to be one of the companies that makes it to the commercial phase of quantum computing? And the drop in today's stock price, I think, speaks for itself. I think a lot of people went into quantum computing with the same type of hopes that investors have gone into AI. Now, AI is still in process, and frankly, it's been working as a trade. A lot of people have made a lot of money on Nvidia and as well as other stocks. But this one here really just really caught my attention today, and I wanted to talk about Rigetti. I have nothing against Rigetti Computing. I didn't really know about them until I reviewed them a couple of weeks ago, and kind of felt that, just the rise was overdone. And in this case here, it's really correcting fast, and it's really coming down. You've heard the term, you don't want to catch a falling knife. This is exactly what this stock has become, a falling knife that I don't know how many investors are going to want to jump in to Rigetti Computing. I don't see how in a year the story is going to change for them and the stock's going to begin to rally. But we'll see. We'll watch it and see what happens. If it hits $2 a share, I wouldn't be surprised. If it hits $20 a share, I will be very surprised at this point. So that's Rigetti Computing.